What's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of the New York Giants Full Access Live here Wednesday night. We're going to be talking about the New York Giants joint practices and the cornerbacks, the secondary. Hey, look, we're going to have some issues this season if what happens today happens in the season. So let's get into the intro and we'll be right back. Welcome to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Hey, that's the intro for the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Thank you guys for tuning in. And the link is at the top of the chat, man. If you haven't subscribed to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, do it now. We are growing, pause, and we will be strong, pause. But
what in the hell?
The New York Giants and the New York Jets had basically a joint scrimmage today, a joint practice, and looks like NYG's nightmares are actually starting to become a reality with this secondary. What do you guys think about this secondary moving forward with this New York Giants team? Could it be the reason it derails the New York Giants season? I want to ask you guys this question. I'm going to start off with NYG, then we're going to go to Man Cave, then Lou, then Coach, if you want to go in that order. Go ahead, NYG. Tell them why you mad, son.
Nah, man. For real, though, I don't think the secondary will derail the season, but as I mentioned, I think this is going to be an up and down season for the New York Giants, especially if they don't get this secondary fix. Because what's going to happen is when you have some of the better quarterbacks and the better offensive lines, they're going to be able to get the ball out quickly and exploit your secondary and neutralize your pass rush. So that's what I'm afraid of with the New York Giants this season. I think they definitely need to take that $18 million and go get a veteran cornerback, because you have a very young secondary and you're asking your second year player in Deonte Banks to be the leader of that secondary. There's no other leader in the secondary per se outside of Deonte Banks, and that's a lot to ask. And not only not having a veteran cornerback is detrimental to the position, but overall chemistry-wise, because you're putting a lot of pressure on your young cornerback in Deonte Banks to be the savior in the secondary. The Giants got to make a move here. I think Joe Schoen has got something up his sleeve. I hope he does. But as far as if it derails the season, I don't think it will derail the season, but I think it's going to make the Giants an inconsistent team this season.
That's an absolute fact. Man Cave, what you got?
I totally agree with NYG, man. I agree as far as the cornerback, the CB2. Like I said, if it's not on the roster right now, by the end of next week, by Tuesday, by the cut down day, we're gonna find somebody on a scrap heap or something like that. You know what I'm saying? 1,200 guys gonna be unemployed, so we're gonna find something over there. If not, we're gonna have to make a trade. You know what I'm saying? But as far as right now, it's not going to derail the season. But we do need to make sure before we go into that game one that we have a plan in place, like either a trade or something, or get somebody that can play that cornerback 2 position, because I don't think Nick McLeod or Cordell Flott, Trey Hawkins, none of those guys can handle that position. And, you know, we need to shore that up. You know, Deonte Banks yeah, we trust him to do his job over there on that side, but he needs help on that other side, to slow it down. And if they can't find somebody, like I said, they might have to go to a 3 safety or try to shade somebody over to that side, to the QB2 side, to help out and stuff like that. That's the only other thing, but I don't think with the derail the season.
Okay. Let me shout out the chat real quick before we get to Lou. Ryan Davis, what's going on? Daniel Berry Sports, what's going on? Vinny G, what's going on? Hope all is well with you, Vinny. Iman, what's going on? He says, dang, I got like 5 channels to like.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's the network, man. We told you what was going to happen. We told you what was going to happen. Get prepared. Y'all got some work to do.
Just begun.
Right. Tyrone Hall, liking the intro. Appreciate you, bro. Kareem Wilson, he says, what up, crew? Wells, what's going on, Wells? Hey, go check out Wells' new UFC video. He just dropped it before we went live. Gives me something to watch before I go to sleep. Wells to New Jersey. Get your UFC content with Wells. Keep putting out those videos, brother. He said NYG is always right, or at least 99% of the time. Petruzzi, what's going on, Petruzzi? Dirty Kurt. He says, man, I could have sworn we forfeited the season after Saturday. Dumbass Audrey. He says, if we start Daniel Jones, we should be fine. TG1. He says, every time we play the Jets, they act like they won the Super Bowl because they can't win a Super Bowl.
Ancho should be fine for that ugly ass haircut he make us watch on that damn TV. He need to shut the hell up.
Shit, EI, what's going on? He says, how was Banks at practice though? He was up and down. Pause. Jabbar Muhammad season is back on. Oh, who is Jabbar Muhammad? What's going on, Brian? Vinny G, Honey Badger, what's going on? Hope all is well with you too. How's your recovery coming, bro? Javi, what's going on? Eric Dixon, what's going on? Yeah, Wells, the network. Check it out, man. The network is up. We told you. Yo, he says 5 times for all your channels. Oh, Oregon. Okay, I got you. The DB from Oregon. That is right. Actually, Oregon got 2 good DBs. But Lou, what do you think about this secondary moving forward with this New York Giants team? Can it derail the season? Tell them why you mad, son.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Everybody knows that, as all the analysts and all the sports channels like to point out all the time, the game is evolved. It's passing leagues, pass first league. The game is evolved, So, and we see it in our own division, right? You got speedsters, Brown, on the Eagles, and Smith. Then over at Dallas, CeeDee Lamb. Forgot that. I don't care about the Dallas Cowboys, so I don't try to memorize their players. But you know the hell I'm talking about. Hell with him. It was the other receiver opposite of CeeDee Lamb at Dallas. All right. Then we all know what you got at Washington, McLaurin, and these fast guys. So, even in our own division, you see that these receivers can get down the field fast. And if you can't stick on them, and cover your guy, pause, it's going to be lights out and fairly quick. So, yes, and all of us have had this conversation the whole offseason, and me and NYG have been pounding the table on this pause about needing a second cornerback. Now, me and him do not agree on who we should bring in here. I want them to bring back Adoree Jackson on a vet minimum deal because he's a zone cornerback, and Shane Bowen runs a zone type of defense. So I think that it wouldn't be too much. It wouldn't be a long learning curve. Pause. I think it would be something quick adjustments that he can jump in and be an impactful player for us on our defense. Some guys would like to see J.C. Horn. Some guys would like to see Xavier Howard. And the list can go on for a few more other guys. Lattimore, Gilmore. But, I think Adoree has some familiarity with the organization, some familiarity with some of these coaches. And I think it would be the easiest and fastest solution. And since there's no high demand for him, he can't demand a lot of money. So we'd be able to do it pretty cheaply.
That's a fact, Lou. Let me get to the chat before I get the coach. Tudo. He says, everyone in the chat, please don't be a ninja. Hit that like button, subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network channel and support the cause and do something about it. Hit that link right there.
Still
Ryan Davis. Hey, we will be in New Jersey November the 3rd for the Commanders game. If you want to pull up, we're gonna be tailgating and everything. Big Lou gonna be on the turntables, and we're gonna be good. Tudo. Kevin Donch is my favorite Daniel Jones hater and Giants hater, basically. Hey, why haven't the Giants signed the quarterback too yet?
Doing that today. How you doing, Mr. Donches? Thank you for stopping by. He said, thought we got the money. We do got the money. We're going to bring Rick and CB2 in here real quick, man. Thank you for watching.
And when it comes to trading, sir, there is another party that's in the whole trade process. They have to be willing to trade the guy to you. So if we can find a willing trade partner, they'll do it. If not, we just have to roll with what we have.
We need to go to Walmart and get J.C. Horn. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Go to the Carolina Panthers.
He said Walmart. He called the Carolina Kittens Walmart.
That's who they are right now.
They're the Carolina Kittens. Keep purring.
Craig, thank you for tuning in, Craig. They said Daniel Jones doesn't make players better. He took a sorry-ass O-line to the playoffs with a flag football receiver. Burrow can have Chase. Mahomes has Tyreek, but Jones got David Seals. Hey. I mean, it is what it is. Now he has neighbors, so he got to do something this year. Hey, Wells says sub to the new Big Blue Crew Sports Network right here. Click that link.
I got your new network right here.
Right.
Pause.
That's LP. What's going on? LP said, what's up, fellas? It's officially time to panic about this secondary. I wouldn't say panic, but you definitely have to have some concern right now. Just being honest with you. Craig, he says, what's Khaled receiver? I don't know what that is about.
What you call it receiver? I think he's saying what Lou said or something like that.
Okay. What you call a receiver? He didn't know his name, so he just called him what you call it. That's old school. What you call what you call it is? That's who he is now.
What you call that goddamn boy?
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Honey Badger, he says recovery has been well, bro. Thanks for asking. I'm about 75%. Been running, training legs, and doing polymetrics. Little by little, God willing. Hey, keep strong and keep pressing, man. And the Most High is gonna bless you, man. You're gonna get back out there, getting it done, looking like the Honey Badger. Let's get it.
And don't worry, man. I'm gonna see you the 3rd, bro. You already said you was coming out there, man. We're gonna get up, bro. We're gonna take a flick. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna enjoy the time together at MetLife, the whole Big Blue Crew Sports Network. You've been a day one supporter of everybody here, man. So you know we're gonna show love, bro.
Hey, and here's an idea as well, Lou. All our day one supporters that come out to November 3rd, we're gonna get you some interviews and put you on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network with the interviews. So you will be live on the network. Whoever comes out to November 3rd.
But you done gave away the goodies.
Oh no, man! That's showing love to the people that show us love, man.
I know, but I was gonna tell them, the ones that showed up, I was gonna tell them that once they showed up, and surprise.
Oh man, my bad then. Hey, Ghost Dog, what's going on, Ghost Dog? The real Moti, what's going on? He says their last playoff, the Jets was in 2010. The Jets community need to relax. That's a fact. Kevin Donchen says, oh, Lord, yeah, we support the Giants on here. Oh, Lord. Hey, heavyweight champion of the world says, woo! Big Lou, when you catch that jabroni thief, tell him I'm going to take them on a first-class tour of Suplex City. No one messes with the Big Blue Crew. Woo! Man, I hope you sound like Macho Man. That would be absolutely hilarious. That would be hilarious, champ. But hopefully we get to see the champ one day too, because he's definitely been a day one supporter, man.
Absolutely, man.
Appreciate
Salute
you, champ.
you, man. Absolutely, man.
Coach, what about this secondary, Coach? Man, tell him why you mad, Coach.
As he unwraps a Werther's butterscotch.
Right.
Butterscotch, yo.
Oh, okay. the butterscotch. Nigga, that would have been funny to the boy.
Nah, you close, Lou. You were close.
Oh,
Yeah, Coach, I ordered some of those a while ago, man. Those butterscotch cookies.
those
like
exclusive.
From the high
Those
Fine,
is
though.
exclusive right now. Yeah,
You can
they
get
are.
those online too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's
You
where
get
I
a
got
box. You get
can
a
still
box. They
get them in
actually.
the hood. You can still
You-
get them in the hood
yep.
at certain stores. Yeah.
Just so y'all know, I do sell these in my apartment complex. These old
But
folks
do
love
check the expiration date when you get them at them certain stores. Check the expiration date at them certain
Fact.
stores.
Yeah,
Fact.
no. But will it derail it? No. It's not going to be the only reason because if you work it, first of all, it depends on our front line because if the front line does well and they get to the quarterback, it helps the back end. It really does. So you just have to get the two together to work together. So is it going to derail the season? No. You need more factors into that. If the offense, can be productive, if your running game eats up clock, things of that nature. However, this coaching staff, tries to how they develop a game plan and how they work together because all phases have to work together. But the DBs alone are not going to derail the season because if they're derailing the season, that also means your front line is not getting to your quarterback. Let's be honest. And that's about Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence and Chapman and Riley and whoever else you put on that defensive line. They have to get to the quarterback. So, and if we're saying that the DBs are derailing the season, that means your front line is not getting to your quarterback, period. Case closed. So that means your whole defense is derailing the season if that's the case. So I'm not going to put it on the DBs, solely if that's the issue. Back to you, Pat.
Well, let me get back to the chat because it looks like I hurt somebody's feelings. Oh, Mr. Kevin Dodges, he says, I'm a Giants hater, but I'm at all training camps and games laughing my ass off. Where y'all be at? Y'all be at the crib sitting back talking nonsense, but you at the crib watching us.
That's
And
a
yes-
goddamn lie.
And we be at
We've been
NFL
at
drafts and
drafts,
everything. Yeah, we've been at
NFL
games.
Games,
Yeah,
bro.
so flag footballs receivers is crazy. That is crazy.
Crazy.
Tudo, he says,
they
lose,
putting
please.
out here right
Please
now.
don't be like a ninja eater and stop hiding all your food, mate. We're all hungry and starving over here, mate.
My camera's off because I'm smoking because I'm stressed out, sir.
Right. We could all see all food behind your counter, mate. He says, I've actually met Giants players, unlike you guys. Actually, we've met Giants players too.
Yeah.
Tudo be coming at you, Lou.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Man, Tudo. Hey, listen, Tudo. Listen, when we meet up, we gonna have to find some way to feed all you bumpkins, man. 'Cause, man,
bro.
I know I'll throw down. Y'all gotta get fuel to go out there and smack people and everything. So, man.
And I know I know a halal spot right out here in East Orange that has some good meat.
Share my screen real quick. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you put Chapman in there? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I put it up there because Coach said the same exact 4 guys that I named.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That Chapman's gonna be that guy. Hey, listen, those 4 guys, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna be hell.
They gonna be hell, bro. Oh, Kevin Notch is last. Ha 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 ha. All right. DBEP.
Look, thank you for stopping by. We greatly appreciate the view, my brother. We're glad that you've met Giants fans. We're here to talk about this secondary group and how we can fix it. If you got some solutions towards that, we would love to hear them, and we can converse about something positive all night long, my brother. Thank you very much.
All right,
Tell you what the
DB.
solution is get rid of Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
That's the
DB from
solution to the
EP.
secondary.
He says, I hate the fact players and rookies on other teams can just talk crazy about DJ. Hey, it is what it is, man. I told you when you put that energy out there and the own fan base puts that energy out there with them stronger than the people that's actually putting the energy out there, that's what happens. You allow people to talk about you. You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody in your crew talking noise about you the whole time. Well, that's just gonna let everybody else be like, well, I can talk noise about them too. That's what it is. All right. LP says, I really hate that Flood is injured right now, missing some key matchups before the season. That is very true. Honey Badger say, yes, sir. I will be there November 3rd. Can't wait to see you, bro. We gonna chop it up, bro. Butterscotch is crazy. Wells, he says, shout out to the Big Blue Crew Fantasy League. First person to draft the Cowboys going to the Gulag. Hey,
Yes.
they going to the Gulag right.
Looks like we got another one! On the ground! This is the Gulag. In here, you fight to win back your life.
But, hey, to the haters that always come on here and say everything, man, this is the only button I'm going to press for you, man. That's what we gonna do, man. We just gonna laugh, man. Have a good time. DJ is the Terminator. He says, "What up, G Nation?" Craig, he says, helps the back end. Big pause, but Burns is a beast. Man, we got a lot of people in here. Hold on, man. Timothy, you ain't put up a trade yet for us to get a cornerback too. Shame on you.
Yeah, where's
on Paul Dottino show? Me and him was just on Paul Dottino show.
Okay.
Timothy?
Yeah.
What's going on, Big Tim? Making big moves. Get that trade going, bro. All right, Tally Rand. What's going on, Tally? Jarius, what's going on?
It's good.
He says, haven't had a good lamb platter in a minute, coach. Shaking my head.
Damn, that does sound good. I need to
right. He just messed me up right there.
Yeah. Get it
Must
good. Get to the
now.
good.
Yeah.
There's plenty of good Greek places around here to get some good.
All right.
No, in Jersey.
As Chris Canty will always say, 2 fingers to the sky.
Tudo. He says, Pat, y'all gonna come over my house, lads. All you could eat all day, lads. Just remember my house rules. We all pray before we clear and empty all the tables. Everyone, that's a fact, Tudo. Gotta pray over your food before you eat.
I don't think you want me to come in all you can eat. Sorry. I've been kicked out too. I've been kicked out of a few.
Tudo gonna kick the whole Big Blue Crew out. Man, y'all ain't the other damn y'all alone.
Gonna turn into one of them Asian buffets.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Ghost Dog says all roads will eventually lead back to DJ with these folks. That's a fact. Tudo says Lou was cooking in the oven, mate. Please don't throw smokes to hide all the grubs, mate. Hey, JCNYC.
Yo, Lou, he literally roasting you today.
Right.
He is roasting you.
Yo, he be cooking too, bro.
Hey, he says, yo, good
cooking.
show. Check it in from Arizona. Appreciate you, JC. Hey, you one of the day ones too, JC, because I remember you one of the first ones that gave me a super chat. Appreciate you too, bro. Boss Les, hit that like and subscribe button for all of us, bro, and the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Let me get that link in the chat real quick for you guys. Go ahead and subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Hit that like.
1,500 worth of tools yesterday, bro. I'm not baking shit, but my brain.
I thought you got it back.
I got some of my shit back, but you know, once that shit grow legs, it scatters.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
Right.
when the lights come on.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that's
That shit gonna be all over
kind
the
of
spot.
that's kind of what we talked about. Yeah.
Okay, Boss Les says, I think DJ is taking all.
But I did have some fun getting some of it back.
You ain't lying. Look at Coach, you ain't lying. If I can find who stole my stuff, yeah. I remember you. All right, I think DJ is taking all the disrespect personally, and let's hope it translates to him dominating. Yeah, let's hope it translates to him dominating and not pressing and trying to force the issue.
But I refuse to answer any questions on the grounds that I might incriminate myself.
Right.
Yes.
Ghost Dog, he says, nah, they're going to shut it down if the Big Blue Crew hit the buffet spot. That's a fact. Got some big brothers coming in there.
And believe it or not, the small one eat more than most of the big ones.
You can't write about that shit. This son of a gun, man. Let me stop.
Man, JC says, "Yeah, man, day one, my bro. Appreciate you." Oh, okay. You said you've been subscribed, boss. Unless you just changed your name. But what was your name before? Sitting there changing up on
boss.
His name was Boss Moore.
Boss Moore. Okay.
Inflation made him change the boss less.
Yeah,
Right.
I can boss a little bit less. Should the Giants sign Howard to bolster their secondary? Hey, if they can look past those legal issues, yes. And speaking on that, Mr. Frith, appreciate you. Oh, Lesnar. Okay. Yeah, Lesnar. I got you. I know who you are now, Lesnar. Only way this secondary can derail the season is if they start to hurt the pass rush. And what I mean by that is you're allowing quarterbacks to get the ball out so quick and they're still getting mad yardage and the pass rush can't get near them.
Or
So
we
like
get
I was
third down and the secondary keep causing first downs with penalties.
Yeah. So like I was saying on Man Cave stream earlier, if they're making those quick short passes and our DBs are not there to make the tackles and they're getting 3-yard passes and turn them into 10 yards, 15 yards, sometimes 20, 25, that could frustrate the pass rush and stop the pass rush immediately because you can't get there in 1 second. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how great your pass rush is. Not even our pass rush in our Super Bowl years were getting to the quarterback in 1 second. So that's the only way I can see this derailing this team. And then you don't know what the offense can do because maybe the offense can average 24 to 25 points and we still can win some of those games in like a little minor shootout. Maybe we had to put up 31 points to win 31-28 or something like that. So they're just going to have to make a team effort. Now, I will ask this, Coach, and to the panel as well. What type of defense do you think we need to run as far as the secondary to try to mask the issues that we have if we have to go into the season with the people we have now? Me personally, I'm saying a cover one. Now I'll give you my reasons, but Coach, what you think? I'm gonna get the NYG and everybody else, but I want Coach to go on first to see maybe we might be on the same path, maybe we different. You know what I'm saying? So what you think, Coach?
I know why you say cover one because that can also lead you to cover three. I'm more of a cover two look and then roll your coverages. You know, that's the only question that I wonder, as a base, I'm probably going to lean to too high and just roll your coverage. You could still go cover one. You could still go cover three if you're rolling coverage. It allows you to do quarters. It allows you to do two-man. It allows you to do a whole lot more, as far as pre-snap. But as a base, I'm going to stay with a too high right now as a base look. Part of that is because that's my tendency, but that's what I do. I show two and I roll to something else. And that's what I was assuming with Bowen that he would do, roll it too high and then, roll your coverages, whether you're bringing the safety down into the box or shooting them to the flat, whether you're going robber, whether you're staying high, going quarters, it just allows you more. And plus with the too high, it allows you to quarters where you force teams, if anything. And I know people hate it because teams nickel and dime, but it's more of a bend but don't break type of a defense where you keep everything in front of you. You just got to come down and make the play. And in either too high or a cover two read, where the cornerbacks have the option of, depending on what the number two receiver does, number 1 to 2, what the number two, if 1 and 2 are going vertical, then that cornerback is going to transition and take the number 1 man to man. But, if number 2 goes across the field, then he can sit flat and he release number 1 to the safety over the top. So just a little understanding why I say two read. So,
yeah. Now I'm going to tell you the reason why I say a cover one, and I'm not trying to make that my base. You know, you
Mhm.
always make like a cover 2 your base, but I want to
Mhm.
switch it to a cover 1. Is because I think aggressiveness will help this defense. And what I mean by that, I know Nick McLeod is not the greatest in coverage,
Mhm.
but if we could get physical with those guys at the line of scrimmage and hold those receivers up to allow that pass rush to do what they do,
Bump and rush, baby.
yeah, to allow them to do what they do, I think that would be best for us. But coach, you may be right as well, because I just think we're gonna get tortured if we do a zone. I think we're gonna get tortured if we do a zone. And it's gonna be a lot of bend but don't break. But those field goals add up if your offense is not putting up points. Now, if our offense is putting up points and we play bend but don't break and we give it up field goals, we're gonna whoop your ass all day long. But if they start giving up touchdowns, it's going to be a problem. You see what I'm saying? And then your defense is on the field so long. And so that adds up. Let's say we play bend but don't break. They get a field goal. And then the offense goes 3 and out. Then we play bend but don't break. Give them another field goal. And then the offense goes 3 and out. Then we play bend but don't break. And then they get a touchdown. And it's 13-0. Your defense has been on the field all game long. So if you got another 3 out, it's more than likely it's going to be 20-0. You see what I'm saying?
The only thing with the aggression, Pat, is, you know, like you're saying, our cornerbacks have to be able to handle it, because if not, they can go over the top on you. So that's why, to me, it's a combination of the two. You know, that's where that's why I say with the cover 2, you can still go cover 1. You can still be aggressive. You can press. You can, you know, you can do so many different things. That's why with the cover 2 look pre-snap, it allows you to do so much more. Now, I'm not saying in cover 1 pre-snap you can't shoot the 2, you can't shoot the quarters. You can do anything in cover 1. So I get where Pat's going. What we're both saying is right. So if you do a little bit of both and mix your coverages up, and that's where I have to know the DBs are capable of doing that. If they're not capable, then you got to stay with one foundational piece for the most part and play off of that. So, and if it is man to man, then just
my
go with it.
foundational pieces, unfortunately, I know he's very young, but the foundational piece in my philosophy is going to be Deonte Banks. Can you lock up one side of the field?
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead, Lou, because I know you want to say something. Go ahead.
No, I just said good night to Wells. He said good night and God bless to everybody.
All right. Well, good night, Wells, and definitely go peep out that video, that UFC video from Wells. Very great content. It's not good, it's great, man. He loves doing those UFC videos. I hope he continues to put those UFC videos out, because they are dope. But Lou, what you think about it, man?
About the DBs derailing the.
Yeah, what how do you think we should approach it? Should we do more of a zone blitz type scheme, or more of a man to man, try to bump and run them at the line to give that defensive line the time to get to them?
I don't think the DC is going to change. Most humans are creatures of habit, right? And we tend to stick to what works for us. When we develop a system that makes things run smoothly for us, we tend to stick to that. So I don't think that the DC is going to change his play calling style or his schemes all of a sudden. So I think our best solution is to go get a zone cornerback, somebody who you know will fit with your scheme, whether it's a Dory or not. It don't matter to me. Get the guy you think helps us win. Because right now, I love Deonte Banks, but he's a rookie. He's in his second year. Flott is not that guy. Holmes is not that guy. Phillips is a rookie. Tyler Newman is a rookie safety. Not a lot of veteran leadership in that secondary group. I would like to get a veteran at the CB2 position for a vet minimum deal if possible.
That's fair.
That's fair. NYG, tell him why you mad, son.
Nah, yo. I think coach is right. Cover 2 look is the way to go, because you want to protect the back end, pause, and you want to give your corners some confidence, because if they're out there on the island all the time, look, man, it's gonna be lunch meat. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So
that's a fact.
And that's why with coaches, Coach is saying is right. Like you can mix the coverages up, and also what you can also do is, you know, maybe when you get Drew Phillips coached up a little bit, maybe you throw him on the outside a couple times and you put Isaiah Simmons in a slot in certain situations. Like that's why they think they're coaching him up as a slot cornerback. You know, because they want to mix and match these corners because you don't really have nothing solid out there right now. You know, so that's what I think Dable and them have been trying to do now. And Shane Bowen's defense, you know, he probably likes his own. I think Brian Dable, as a coach and his
Deception.
philosophy, would rather, you know, have somebody that plays a bend but don't break type defense because, you know, if he's gonna have a offense that's gonna take a lot of shots down the field, you know, that's kind of, you know, hit or miss,
Marzano.
so to speak. So
What's going on, Anthony Mazzano? Go ahead,
yeah,
continue.
I definitely think that
Help me with the check.
I definitely think that Brian Dable will be able to develop that type of offense, but you know, with this defense, it's gonna have to be a bend but don't break type defense, you know, for the Giants to succeed this year.
Look.
And if you got these cornerbacks on an island like that, it's gonna get funky, you know. So I think the Giants have got to use their linebackers too. Hopefully Michael McFadden is healthy because, you know, you're going to want to use your linebackers to, you know, play that underneath coverage so that when these slot receivers come on these crosses and things like that, you know, and try to settle in the zones, you know, you have Okerike's and Michael McFadden's in there, you know, causing havoc. So that's kind of how I see it from a schematic standpoint. I don't know if I explained that correctly, but that's kind of how I see it.
Yeah, I mean, and what's going on, Manzano? He kind of agrees with me. He says from the outside, I think you guys will do well with cover over the top and underneath bump and run coverage.
Yeah.
I think that as well. Try to be aggressive to, you know, get them off the field quickly. And hopefully that defensive line can get pressure with the bump and run coverage. But if we're not getting pressure, that could turn into a disaster. I do agree with Coach. That could be an absolute disaster. Go ahead.
What was Wink's defense? What was it more?
Cover. It was more cover man, cover one, and press and bump, and you send a blitz.
And that's not what the fuck Dable wants. I'm telling you, he wants that zone shit.
Well, understand something, man. Just because he's saying, you know, man coverage doesn't mean you're blitzing.
I understand that. Yeah, I'm not talking about blitzing. I'm not talking about blitzing at all. That's why I was talking about the linebackers playing coverage underneath. You know, so I'm not talking about blitzing.
No, I get where you're going. You're right about the linebackers. It's just that, you know, to Anthony's point, I get, and to Pat's point, I get what he's saying. It's just that, you know, first and foremost, do we have the DBs to cover man to man? You know, the only one, honestly, who do we have that can cover man to man? You're gonna say Banks, okay? You know, he did fairly well last year, but who else do you trust to play man to man in this scheme right now? I mean, and that's the whole thing to what Pat is saying. I'm looking at the skill set. Well,
Drew
right now,
Phillips
most
in
of
the
the
slot is probably the only one I trust right now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
and we're talking about guys on the outside getting torched. So, you know, and that's where it's like, okay, well, if you're going to go over the top, are you leaving Banks solo on one side and you shooting over the top to whoever the number 2 and 3 cornerback is?
Yeah.
Okay. But and a good offense is going to pick that apart too, because they're going to read that all the time because they're saying, well, you know what? Here's is very simple. You go 2 by 2, you come out 2 by 2. Let's say Banks is on the defense's right side, the offense's left. You take the slot guy, motion him across. Right now, you're saying Banks is by himself on that side of the field, and I'm going to look at his alignment, Does he hedge to the inside? Is he playing him straight up? Is he on the outside? What is that backside linebacker doing? Now, if that backside linebacker is taking away the quick slant and Banks is on the inside, I got the outside fade. And that's all I'm going to do because the safety now is heading towards the offense's strong side, and he's not going to be able to give Banks help over the top. And if that receiver beats Banks, it's bye-bye, baby. So that's why, to me, mixing coverage, and that's the whole thing. I'm not saying strictly go cover two. I'm not saying strictly go zone. Yes, you have to play man, but the point is you want to mix your coverages in so the offense doesn't pick up on your tendencies. They don't read, and this way they know pretty much what they're going to do. So you could show cover two, and you're playing cover three. You can show cover three and shoot cover two. So and that's really what it is with me. I like mixing the coverages if I have the players who can do it. Now, if I can only have players who can primarily play zone, I'll give you man to man coverage 20% of the time, but the other 80% of the time is going to be pretty much zone. So, and that's where it is. What type of DBs do we have?
That's a fact. I'm just man, I'm not worried. I'm really excited to see how they work this out, to be honest with you, because we're going to depend on linebackers more in single man coverage.
Mm-hmm.
So will we be using Isaiah Simmons a lot more? Only thing I'm worried about with Isaiah Simmons in man coverage is those quicker receivers that can get quicker in and out their routes, because he can get abused in that situation. But if we're just using him on inline tight ends, or a tight end goes out and they try to spread us out, I'm not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? And I like NYG's idea too. Maybe we do put Phillips on the outside, because Phillips is a very physical corner, even though he's only like 5'11", 5'10". He's a very physical corner that can put his hands on somebody. So I do agree with that aspect of it. But Lou presented you with the Blitz Squad picture in the beginning of the chat. I want you to tell everybody why you glad, son.
Premiering at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, why you glad, son? Not mad, but glad about the New York Giants Blitz Squad, man. Tell them why you glad.
Well, I'm super excited because we finally got 4 dogs up front. Now, while everybody likes to criticize Kayvon because he doesn't have the sack numbers that everybody thinks he should have, I don't think it's an issue of not trying or not working out or not being in the film room or not studying and practicing. I don't think it's that. I think that he relies so much on the bull rush that he hasn't really learned any finesse swim moves, how to really get that arm up, right? So I think he needs to go back to the little minor details, the fundamentals of pass rushing. And if they're spending some time with him within the next 2 to 3 weeks on that, I think he comes out of the gate firing on all cylinders, because now he has a veteran on the opposite side in Brian Burns who can help him in that direction, aside from the coach, because sometimes players don't receive it that well from the coach, but they can receive it better from somebody in their age group or in that position, right? Pause. So, I think Dexter Lawrence and Chapman are going to be fine. I think the addition of Casey Rogers, and Thibodeau and Burns, and if Ojulari can come back with a chip on his shoulder because he's playing with the second team, that would be phenomenal as well. So all in all, I'm excited because the defensive front 7 is looking up and up. If we can create a pass rush with just our front 4, right, to the point where we move a quarterback off his mark or force an early throw or errant throw or pick 6 or incompletion, that's what you want from your defense. It's not all about sacks. If you can get that quarterback off his rhythm and get him skittish and make him forget his progressions or make a mistake, that counts just as much as a sack. If you get them guys off the field and you put the ball back in your offense's hand with a chance to score, That's what the defense is supposed to do. So sometimes you might not get the sacks. That's okay. If you get 3 and out every time that they come out there, but you only got 1 sack in the whole game, I'm okay with that. So, I think this defense is going to be surprisingly good. While everybody's writing us off, this defense is going to be surprisingly good with 2 undrafted free agents on there.
Mhm.
That's a
That's
fact.
why I'm mad. We should have been doing this shit. No.
Yeah. And Pat, I mean, like I said, I told you I could see Chapman starting earlier, man.
Supposed to be glad.
I could see him taking over earlier because Roaches. I think his contract is it incentive based.
But I'm mad we ain't did it sooner.
They might start phasing him out a little bit so you won't meet that incentive.
Yeah, that's a fact. But hey, I got a little announcement for my channel. YouTube just contacted me, and I'm able to get brand deals now.
What?
Yeah, the Brand Connect.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sent me that yesterday. Yes, sir. Let's go, Pat.
Okay.
And so I guess people that's looking to promote their stuff, they give them an avenue to where they can just contact you directly now.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Congrats.
And then it's made to where they can
pause.
Yeah, it's made to where they can pay you per video that you do. And I guess they give you a commercial or something to put in your video. Yeah, sprinkle me.
There you go. Congrats,
But
bro.
that's pretty dope. But Coach, what do you think about this defensive line going into the season?
Wondering.
That look like a Mike and Knight.
Mike and Knight.
They do.
Or a hot tamale.
Mike
Yo,
and Knight.
Mike Knight.
Terry flavor. Oh yeah. All right. No, I'm sorry. What were you saying, Pat, about the defensive line?
Yeah, what do you think about this defensive line with the 4 guys Lou put on the screen? I know you guys agreed on about the 4 guys that are going to play this season. I think Chapman starts day 1.
The only thing I would say about Chapman, just he in the run game, he's just gonna have to hold steady. That's gonna be key to everything. If he just ends up being strictly a pass rushing specialist, then that's fine. If you're going to use him in that regard, I think he can develop into a sound defensive tackle. But again, his size is. How does he develop? How does he use his quickness to take advantage of bigger offensive linemen? Because if offensive linemen consistently, lean on him, then come third or fourth quarter, it's going to wear him down. So, yeah.
Happy to no. Tudo said, "Lou, I missed it. Was that food? What was that?"
Yeah, Tudo be on it.
Yo, Tudo, go to Somerset. There's a place called 610. They sell all Mike and Knights, Now Laters, all the old school stuff, man.
Wow.
No dinner tonight for me, Tudo. Okay, I got to try to buy some new tools. So I'm drinking hot coffee to keep my belly full. Okay, got a little sugar rush with the Mike and Ike's, and that's it. It is what it is sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to sacrifice for the greater good. I can't make money.
Anthony, your last two could
get some tools. So I'm gonna have to sacrifice a few things so I can buy some tools. It is what it is.
Your last 2 comments, the one about is
This
Brian
is
Flores.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
No, I mean, did you thought the Giants should have hired him? I mean,
No, he was going to be our head coach or nothing. He wasn't going to be our defensive coordinator.
That's kind of where I was going. Unless he had some type of assurance that if he came here and it flopped, they would move him up. I didn't see it happening. But in terms of his schemes, the only thing I would say is zero blitz. Me personally, I can't live with zero blitzing. Now, I'm not saying you got to be Wink style, but if you go 20 to 30% blitz, that's good to me because it allows you to mix it up. Bowen probably is a little bit less. He's probably 22%. Does anybody have the number of blitz percentage he was over at Tennessee?
I think it was lower than that. I think it was like 17%, if I remember.
Yeah, so I knew it was close to 20. So where I'm a little bit closer to 30. So, and that's fine, as long as you have the horses. And as far as your one about the college coaches, with the two deep bump and run underneath, I mean that's fine. But as a base, that's the thing that in college you can get away with that as a base set. In the NFL, you have to mix things up. You really do, because in college, you'll face teams where they just don't have the talent, and you can get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
But in the pros, even the bad teams, realistically, if you took that bad pro team and put it in college, it's going to annihilate even all the top teams in college, because they're just going to be so much more better. They're going to be much better athletically than what those college teams are producing. So, so I'm a strong proponent of mixing your coverages. I just am. I've always been like that. I mean, I even cover zero. I love cover zero at the opportune time. But if I'm running a base pre-snap, and this is why I say pre-snap, I'm showing cover two. You're going to think I'm cover two, and I want the quarterback to take a second to read what the defense is doing. I don't want him to know pre-snap exactly what you're doing, because then it's easy. It's like 7-on-7 sometimes. But if you have him hold the ball just a second longer, that can help you pass rush. Are they going to stay in cover two look? Are they rolling? Are they going quarters? What are you doing offensively? How do they adjust just to what you're doing? If you motion, do they kill that coverage or do they adjust it? Those are the things that I want a quarterback to think about once the ball is snapped and he's looking and reading the defense. And next thing you know, you got a Brian Burns coming by, smacking them upside their head. I know that's a penalty, but it's a terminology. Or he's going through the motion about ready to pass, and next thing you know, you got one of our defensive linemen popping his arm where the ball's flying up, and we can get a turnover. So that's why I'm a strong proponent of mixing up your coverages, throwing your blitz in at certain times, sliding your line, moving your line, running twists, running stunts. Just don't be predictable. That's all I care about. Don't be predictable.
Facts. Matt, he says, what's going on, Matt? Thank you for tuning in. He says, we need a trade for J.C. Horn, Marshawn Lattimore, or Greg Newsome. I would prefer Marshawn Lattimore out of those three guys. Ghost Dog, he says, having his front four be what we need them to be or what we think they could be going to be such a relief for this secondary. What, Lou?
Tudo, Pat and Wells were still here when my pizza finally came. You left the stream early.
Yeah, that's true.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, little bulldozer say Nike as one of the brand content. I would say no. Irish Spring, yeah, I'll do Irish Spring. What the hell is Toblerone?
Like that, Tudo. Jesus Christ, man.
I don't know what Toblerone is. But Tudo with the 1999 super chat for Lou. He says, Lou, please don't be stingy, mate. Pull out your skinny tight wallet and get busy and get us something before we get hungry and smack somebody over here, mate.
He is a savage.
Right.
That's what his shirt says. Yo, he's a savage.
Hungry? Why wait? Get a Snickers. Hey, but
you hungry.
I mean,
$20 super chat, Tudo.
right. But besides the secondary with this defense, I want to ask you guys, is there any other avenues on this defense that you are scared going into this season? Not scared, but have some concerns going into the season besides the secondary?
Run game defense. I need to make sure that they seem to be teaching them the right techniques, but they still have to produce and do it on a consistent basis, especially trying to get to the outside. I just need, once I see that we can consistently shut teams down, I think we're going to, but if we can shut teams down in the run game, it also makes them predictable and one-dimensional. So,
Coach,
yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Look at your phone.
Yeah, I was going to say that too on the run defense. You know, Shane Bowen, he's known for the run defense, and you know we wasn't good enough.
Mute.
I want to see how we improve on that part. The run defense, that's going to be the most important. We could get the sacks, but that run defense is going to be most important, especially in our division.
I really like those pants, Lou. Those are nice. Those are some nice pants.
I think it's the overall linebacker depth because you got to think on the outside. I think we're thin behind Ojulari and Micah McFadden. He's hurt. You know, you don't have a lot back there behind Bobby Okereke. So you have to think about that too from the linebacker standpoint. So that's my concern right there, the depth at the linebacker position, both on the inside and outside.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. The linebacker depth on this team, it can get real scary if Michael McFadden is hurt for a long period of time. Because we don't have a proven player after Michael McFadden. We got an undrafted rookie who I do believe will be pretty dope if he continues to get playing time. And then after that, you got Beavers and another rookie and Miles Sal. So it could get crucial if we get another injury. And if Bobby O goes down, Lord have mercy. But
is Beavers gonna make the team?
He might not even make the team. If he don't perform in his third preseason game, if he performed the way he played in that second game, he might not even make the team. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Him and Trey Hawkins gonna go hang out somewhere and get something to eat.
Because I believe Trey Hawkins might be in danger. I would keep them veterans over Trey Hawkins. And I'll just be honest with you. Trey Herndon or somebody. You won't be the Trey that be on his team.
Yeah, Trey Hawkins is cheeks, man. He is. He trash. I ain't gonna front. If Jerome Henderson can't coach you up,
yeah, it's a wrap.
I'm sorry, man.
It's a wrap.
Still looking lost out there. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna go over and be a journeyman like Eli Apple. But unfortunately for Hawkins, he's a 6th-round pick and not a 1st-round pick. So they ain't gonna give you that opportunity to be a travel agent with the NFL. Sauce is an elite shutdown corner. You're gonna see about Sauce, man. You're gonna see. Ant says, hey, was Shane Bowen a run game coordinator on defense before he became your defensive coordinator on the Giants? I think he started out that way, and then
he was the defensive coordinator for Tennessee.
Yeah, he became the full defensive coordinator for Tennessee. He said, yeah, Hawkins is burnt toast. Yeah, that's a fact.
Give him some butter and some jelly.
He says, everybody in the chat, we're all grateful to Lou since day one and messing with him over here. Just make sure he doesn't get too comfortable every night. He's our big bro for life. In fact, he literally saved my life once. That's what's up, too, though. JC, they got a $5 super chat. He says, does the DC run 3 safeties? I'd rather have that than Simmons. Is Banks better in zone or man? I think Kayvon too stiff. Thoughts? Listen, he does run 3 safeties a little bit. Simmons, if you do run the 3 safeties, more than likely he'll be off the field if you run 3 safeties. Is Banks better in zone? No, he's a man corner. I think he's better in man-to-man cover.
Jesus Christ.
And he says, hey, I think Kayvon too stiff. Thoughts? Why does everybody have such bad things to say about Kayvon Thibodeau, a dude that came off almost 12 sacks last year? I don't get it. Where's this Kayvon too stiff coming from? Like he doesn't get in there immediately. A 1 rep, he becomes a bust. I don't understand. It's weird with Giants players, bro. It's so weird. Like if they're not getting 100, like if they're not an all pro super Hall of Famer on every play, they're a bust.
And let me say this thing about Sauce. Sauce is just like a progress system, man. I mean, he's a good corner, but he came to a very talented Jets defensive team, man. Now, if you want to see how he really is, let him go play on some sorry ass team with no defense, and you're gonna see if he's a shutdown corner or not.
What I will say about Thibodeau is this, JC. I don't think he's so much stiff. I just think he's focused so much on his bull rush throughout his high school and college career that he never put a lot of emphasis on his finesse moves, his swim move, and things like that. Other than that, I believe, like I said earlier, with Burns helping him out, he'll make that big leap. I also believe the same thing for Chapman, playing alongside a guy like Dex. I'm pretty sure Dex will pull him to the side and be like, here's what I've learned in my few years in the league. This is what helped me. Maybe it'll help you. Take it for what it is. When you start getting that type of culture going where you're willing to help the guy next to you, you're not competing against him, you're competing with him to win the game. That stuff, it matters. So I believe the addition of Burns is going to help Thibodeau immensely, and Dexter is going to help Chapman and those guys along. And that will become a cohesive unit that strikes fear into the hearts of quarterbacks in the NFL for a long time.
That's a fact. And JC, I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm just saying, like, if you actually went on Twitter, it's like every play Thibodeau doesn't get a sack, he's a bust.
Right.
That's ridiculous. Every play Daniel Jones doesn't throw a 75-yard touchdown, he's ass.
Right.
Every play Deontay Banks lets up a catch, he's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Every play Brian Burns doesn't go in there and gets a sack, a strip fumble, or returns it for a touchdown, he's overpaid.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just weird, bro. It's weird. It's just weird, bro. Like, name one defensive end in the league that's averaging a sack a game.
Bowen has you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The closest you can get to is the boy from Pittsburgh, Watt. Watt is on a different level from most people, and Garrett. Okay, that's cool. He's not TJ Watt or Garrett right now, but he's still a good player. Those are the only dudes I know that can average a sack a game easily. But go ahead, Lou. Go ahead.
He said
I was just answering the comment. He said, but as you discussed, sacks ain't everything. He said, where'd it go?
He's on sacking and sack. 11 sacks.
Yeah, it's still 11 sacks regardless. Yeah, that's true. But, he does have to add more tools to his repertoire. All of the defensive ends and edge rushers had more than one tool in their bag. And that's all I'm saying. The guy has a high motor. He plays with enthusiasm. He tries to keep the morale up on his defense with the rest of his guys. He's got all the intangibles. He just needs to work on some of his moves and get a little better, and that's it. But the hate from the Giants fans is because of our historic run of great defenses. And after a decade, we've had over a decade of poor O-line play, but we've had, I would say, about quite a few years of subpar defense as opposed to what we're used to as Giants fans. Because even when our offense was trash, we always had a stout defense. So because we've been losing so long and our offense has been so trash, now they're starting to give the vitriol to the defense too. Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
I mean, it's just weird, bro. And they do it with all players. It's not just Thibodeau. It's DJ. It's Thibodeau. It's the only person they don't do that with is Andrew Thomas. It's because he's just near as perfect as you can get as a tackle. What are you doing here, sir?
Hey, Rob Zero, hit that subscribe button for the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. You heard? Support the cause, man. Don't be a ninja watcher. We out here giving you all sites of sports analysis, boxing, UFC, basketball, football, baseball, soon coming rugby too. Y'all ain't know nothing about that, son. Saturday mornings, get ready for it, you heard? But anyway, hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up button, man. Thank you for stopping by. He says, people hating on Banks is crazy to hate on a second-year player. I agree.
That's a fact.
Subscribe to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, Rob.
He says, I am subscribed, by the way. No, we started a new channel where all of us will be centralized. It's a centralized location for all of our content. Big Blue Crew Sports Network. There is the link right there. hit that subscribe button. It is absolutely free. It costs you nothing to push that button. You heard?
He says, but Giants fans are toxic. It's the truth, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Hey, it is a good thing you've never went on Twitter, JC. Good Lord. Talking about a headache. Jersey, what's going on, Jersey? It's I don't know, man. It's just frustrating to me how people automatically name a Giants player a bust. His first play with the Giants. We can draft somebody next year that's not a quarterback, because if we draft a quarterback, he'll be able to do no wrong. Just because he replaced Daniel Jones, he's gonna be the golden child. I don't care if it's Carson Beck, it could be me. But let's say they draft a DB next year and he gets burnt on one play. He's a bust.
Right.
Like I don't get Giants fans, bro. It's like they gotta be Hall of Famers or they trash.
Corey Webster was getting burnt.
Yeah.
Got benched and everything. Came back and helped us win a Super Bowl.
You know, it's crazy you mentioned that, Lou, because that's what I was thinking about the defense right now. You know, say with that cornerback 2 spot that's bad, because back then when we played, Corey Webster was the weak link, and you remember Spagnuolo went to that 3 safety thing to try to like shade it over and help out. You know what I'm saying, and to mask it. So I'm thinking that's what Bowen's going to do the same way too if we don't come up with a CB2.
But the thing is, Rob, you can't understand somebody having reservations about Burns. But what are those what are those reservations coming from? Because it can't be from his play.
Right, he produces.
He was playing on a team where people barely had to pass in the late games because they were running the ball on him so much, and he still got 10 sacks. So imagine if we force people to become one-dimensional. What he can do, because that dude be moving.
Look. That spin move is elite.
It is.
And that alone will get a tackle face planted in a second. And that's all you need, to get to the quarterback. And like to Pat's point, yes, when you're up on someone, then you change your philosophy, where you take away his greatest strength, which is his ability to rush the passer. That's where you want to be able to be force them to be one-dimensional, where they're always having to have to pass the football, because then it allows him to get on the horn. It allows Shane Bowen to do certain things. Imagine putting him and Dexter on the same side. How do you block that? And now Chapman, if he's stepping up, how do you block those 3? Who are you going to double team? So, and right now, I can tell you straight line, you got to double team Dexter.
Yeah,
that means Burns is going one-on-one with a tackle. So, and with most tackles in this league, I would say Burns gives you a good chance of getting to the quarterback. So,
right, and he had the same support like he did. In Carolina, like he do here. So, so that all changed too. And Bowen's more about the run defense. So. Kayvon had an interview where he talked about he emphasized the run defense this year. So, he knows what he got to work on and stuff.
Here's the thing, Rob. Here's the thing. It goes into the scheme. One of the things that they teach him they have been teaching him and Kayvon to wrong arm in the run game, especially with the traps. That that forces the offensive tackle to be hesitant in his blocking attacks. So, and when he does that, then you can allow him to spin, because if he wrong arms, he causes havoc into the hole. Now he can spin because the back is going to have to bounce it out. And if he spins and seals the tackle, he's one-on-one with the running back in the run game. So, but again, he has to do it consistently. I agree. But what I'm saying is they are teaching him how to defend the run better than what he was getting in Carolina.
Let me...
Oh, wait. Sorry, time out. Tudo was the first and only person to get a wrench on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. How many of our mods from our other channels are in the chat right now? Please put a 1 in the chat if you are a mod on our other channel, because we're going to need help on the network because the haters are gonna be coming for us because we spew nothing but facts, and the truth hurts. E-Man Perry, we need to get E-Man and
That's
Ghost
not
Dog.
even close, little bulldozer. Come on, man. That's not close. That's not close. Darius Slayton or Ramses Barton. Come on.
Sorry, go ahead, continue, Pat. I just wanted to see so we can give these. Oh, you're the one stream. You have to go to the.
Nah, the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. I'm gonna have to do a stream as Big Blue Crew Sports Network.
No,
so
no,
when
you
I
got.
go
I
on the
got it,
Big
I
Blue,
got it. I got it. Don't worry. I'm gonna give him the wrench. I gave Tudo the wrench yesterday. I got it.
okay. The thing I was gonna say with the defensive line, it's gonna be a serious problem if Chapman is getting pressure from the inside as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's going to get a lot of one-on-one matchups if they decide to keep him, Dex, Thibodeau, and Burns in there. If he's getting pressure, it's going to be a serious problem because now either Thibodeau or Chapman is going to be one-on-one, or they may have to double Chapman and Dex and leave both our edge rushers one-on-one, which will be a treasure for us. Now, the thing with Kayvon Thibodeau, the thing that he needs to work on is his bend on the edge. That's why I believe people are saying he's stiff. Like, if he gets that bend, like how Brian Burns gets that bend, and even Ojulari gets bend when he's focused. If he adds that to his repertoire, where he gets elite edge bend, he's gonna be a monster too. Because he is almost as fast as Brian Burns. So
All right, I need you guys to comment so I can see the wrench next to your name, so I know I did it right. Go ahead, continue, Pat.
So, man, you right, Iman. The great ones could bend. That's what separated Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan's bend off the edge was elite. So was OCU Manures, even though he wasn't the biggest guy. He was fast as hell, and he got that bend off the edge. He was a monster at that. Even Justin Tuck at the defensive tackle position had bend. He was like a little weeble wobble, and he get hit by one guy.
Oh,
Sorry, the range.
102 subs on the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Thank you, guys. We need to run that number up to 1,000 as soon as possible. Between me and Pat, we have 6,000 subs. There's no reason we should not have 1,000 subs by tomorrow. Come on, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Don't be a ninja watch all your life. It's absolutely free. But thank you for the 102 subscribers already. You heard? Yeah.
Appreciate you. 102 subscribers in two days. Yep, even Matthias Kiwanuka had it. So maybe that's what guys are talking about, but that doesn't make Thibodeau a bad player. The dude's got 11 and a half sacks, and he does have moves. It's just not like how you would say like I said, like Myles Garrett or TJ Watt or somebody on that caliber. Yes, he's not on that caliber. Was he a high draft pick? Yes, he was. But every high draft pick ain't gonna turn into a Hall of Famer. But there are some very high draft picks that play very well throughout their careers.
Hey, Lonely, don't be such a gloomy Gus. We don't suck. We just need a second cornerback, and we got this. Our defense is stout. Our offense is fire. DJ just got to get into the groove, knock some of that rust off. We'll be fine. 11-6, you heard? Lonely, read my lips. 11-6. And we say, forget about it. The Giants are going to stomp that ass. Greatest show on turf, Big Blue version. Remember who told you. DJ throws for 42 touchdowns. DJ throws 42 touchdowns 2024 season. That's an unpopular opinion, but it's going to be popular come December and January. 42 touchdown passes from Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no reason to be a gloomy Gus, Lonely. Don't worry. Come join the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. You won't be lonely. We'll keep your head full of sports news and entertainment. You ain't got to worry about being lonely no more. Stop listening to Justin Bieber.
But even if he did throw 42 touchdowns, people will say, well, you didn't throw 50. So it is what it is, man. They're not going to be happy until that dude's gone.
Right.
And if he is as bad as you say he is, you're going to get your wish this year. So,
And if so, if you get your wish and we go get a quarterback in the next draft, our next QB will be coming behind an established line. Pause.
facts.
Will be joining a team with an established line
Mm-hmm.
and a defense and some freaking wide receivers that can take the top off of the stadium. So either way,
I'm good.
good.
Yeah.
Because now we're in a position where we can build a team correctly and start to develop talent instead of always having to sign free agents and give them massive amounts of money and
Dude,
hope
stop.
that it pans out.
They can't think that far, man. They can't think that far ahead.
Oh
It's
I'm a man of my word, man. This is all I asked for. A decent offensive line and get him a number one weapon. And I got both, and I'm happy. And if he fails, he fails. Go get us a quarterback that can come in here and do something.
Oh, by the way, one thing I have to say. My mini-me was a running back in high school.
Yep, Chapman. Yes,
So-
he was.
Three down back, baby.
So
third down. Elijah
I just have to put that out there.
Hey, you got that little bull. Hey, what if Chapman gets the ball and he breaks it to the outside and takes off? That would be hilarious.
I would love to see the safety or the DB that makes a business
Oh,
decision.
man.
Run by.
Because somebody going to have to make a business decision, especially
And
if it's a
when they
DB.
do, you better believe it's gonna be on. What are you doing?
Yep.
With you?
And Mr. Lonely, getting your Akon on, Mr. Lonely, he says, yeah, if we get Sanders next year, we up. For real. It's over for the NFL. That could be an absolute fact. Let's just say we get the number 10 pick, and they decide, hey, we're going to give our first round pick and third round pick and maybe a second the next year. It could
I'm
be
not
true.
even looking at that because that man's dad wants to come along with him and coach. And I'm sorry, I'm not with it. He's a damn camera whore. I love Dion, but I don't want him as our coach.
No, Dion either going to Florida State or he going to preach.
No, he's about his son, like where he wants his son to get drafted. He got places he wants to go
Well,
draft.
And New York is not one of them.
By the way, go look at the little chat between Shiloh and Shador, and I don't know who it was talking about it, but they did say something about the Giants. And one of the comments was, not going up north, and Shiloh said, "I'm fine with it." Basically,
Yeah,
I
mean,
think that's already on their mind. I think they already have a thought that one of them is coming to New York. I'm just saying.
and Shiloh, I'm gonna be real. I'm not high on Shiloh
Me
as a
neither.
safety.
Right.
He can't beat out not one of the safeties we have on this team. I'm just sorry. Maybe Dane Belton. It might not even be better than Dane Belton, but Shador, only way he comes to New York, man, is if we give him one of the most guaranteed contracts ever for a rookie. And
DJ gonna be our quarterback till Arch Manning comes to New York.
No, but Pat, the rookie thing is already slotted, man. It's already
He
slotted.
said Shiloh is like 36.
no, the rookie thing is slotted, but the guaranteed money is not slotted. You see what I'm saying? That's why Caleb Williams took so long to sign. He got basically his whole contract guaranteed. So we would have to do something like that to get Shador.
Shit. Listen, Tudo. I go to work every day. I went to work today and did all of my work orders with no goddamn tools. I bought a drill on my way home. A bullshit ass Ryobi drill. Freaking lime green, neon green shit.
And they are nowhere near as good as a DeWalt drill,
trash,
bro.
Oh my god.
I lost all my DeWalt shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, DeWalt is the best on the
lost
market.
the
That Ryobi,
facts.
man, you do better using a screwdriver sometimes. That's a fact.
Bullshit.
You mess around, you have to get like one of those little L-shaped piece to put in that drill. That damn drill ain't gonna work.
It don't matter what time I go to bed too though. My ass at work every day.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, there is some quarterbacks that I wouldn't mind seeing here next year if DJ doesn't do what he's supposed to, and that's Cam Ward. I wouldn't mind Deion's son. I just don't think it's going to happen. Even if we right there, he would probably tell us, "Don't draft my son." He'll
He
put a lot to us.
Why would
Drew
he say
Aller.
that? I don't understand though. Why would he not want?
Because Shador doesn't want to play in the cold.
Deion want to control the narrative.
That too. But
If you break
he's
down
playing
the
in Colorado right now, but
league,
he doesn't.
Sure,
He's
control
actually
the
admitted he
narrative.
doesn't
Yeah.
want to play in the cold.
It's
But
easy
that's
to
the
control
majority of the
narrative in
league.
New
When you
York.
really break down the league and by location, you really look at it. The vast majority of the league is in cold weather.
Right.
Right.
I don't,
It
That's
makes
why
no
he broke it
sense.
down to the teams he said. The Falcons, dome. The
Raiders.
Cowboys, dome.
Raiders.
Jersey G81 says, "Yo, how come when Lou talks about 11-6, the greatest show on turf, everyone stays quiet?" Lou, I believe, bro.
Because that's Lou's moniker. He created
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah,
we're gonna let him speak his stuff.
It's coming true this year.
Sir.
He said Seattle. He said Miami. The 49ers. So
how the hell he know
Yeah.
them teams gonna need quarterbacks? Like,
he don't. These just the teams that he prefers his son to go to. And like I said,
The
like Lou
Raiders.
said, he's a camera whore too. So he's gonna say things to be outlandish. Because if we had the number one pick and we wanted to draft Sanders, he would let Sanders come to us. So, but
We cannot have that in New York. You know how our media is.
See, that's the thing.
yeah.
The question I have is,
the media is
20
I
minutes.
love Shador. I love Shador. You know, if DJ were to flame out, then yeah, that's probably who I would want. But you know what? Do I think he's built to handle New York? Yes. But will he ultimately? That's the question. Because in New York, it's a different experience. You can think you can handle it, but then when you get up here into this podium and you see the amount of media and the fans, and we're right there on top of
Type
you.
of questions they ask, because they don't be
Mhm.
scared to ask they questions.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't care who you are. But the thing is, the thing that will get Shiloh in trouble, he's very brash. And if you go out there and stick it up the field, huh?
They'd be like, "So they said that they saw you on 42nd Street buying some rocks. What do you got to say about that, Dion?"
Right. But Shador is very brash. He talks a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
And if he came here to New York with that same attitude, which he is because he's just him,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't, and he's not playing up to par, the media will eat him alive, and they will be asking him some questions and stuff, and he pulls what his daddy does. Well, I'm not finna answer your question and all this. It will be a whole show here in New York, bro. And then you know people already hate on us, and so what he does makes it even worse. So people are going to play us even more. And then he's Deion's son, so that even adds more fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Like,
you know
yeah.
what that means? That means he's gonna end up on the Jets. So, I'm telling
So-
you, they're perfect for it. They're yeah, that's what they do.
And he's definitely not going to Atlanta because they just drafted Michael Penix,
Yeah,
so he's not going to Atlanta.
Dion
That's what I'm
trying to
saying.
get that
Who's
boy in
gonna
San
need a
Francisco.
quarterback?
That's what Dion
Oh,
trying to do.
Deion wants him in
The
Dallas.
Raiders. The Raiders.
He wants him in Dallas. That's where he
Mhm.
wants him. He wants him in Dallas.
Let him go. Let him go. Jerry's doing everything to bungle that situation. Let him go.
You know what I'm
They're
saying?
not gonna be bad enough to get Shador
Oh,
Sanders.
Jerry Jones will make a trade.
Mhm.
If Jerry Jones wanted Sanders, he'd get Sanders.
Mhm.
That's a fact. Because that dude's the head of the damn NFL board with the GMs and everything. Go ahead, give me that pick right there. Let me go.
I don't like to go there because you guys get on me with the conspiracy stuff. So
That's not a conspiracy. You can look that up. When it comes to GMs and owners doing all that stuff with the what do you call that?
Yeah.
With the players and everything, Jerry Jones is at top of that. You don't think Jerry Jones would be like, hey, look, I want Shedeur Sanders. Go ahead and give me that pick, sir. We'll give you something in return, but give me that pick. If that dude really wanted him like that, it's on.
I think you're right.
But I mean, that's only if Daniel Jones doesn't perform, which I don't think will be the case. But if that happens, the quarterback that I will want here is either Drew Aller or Cam Ward. I'm just being honest with you. Drew Aller, because his arm talent is rare with Drew Aller. It's just that it'd be a tough time getting him ready. I wouldn't want him to play in his very first year. But if you get him ready and you let him learn, that dude can turn into an absolute monster.
I think Franklin has really screwed him up, though. I'm going to be honest with you. Because Franklin is not the coach. And you say what you want about Penn State, and they get talent. But there's, for some reason, the quarterbacks there just diminish coming out of high school.
Yes, they do. And I think he's done a number on Drew Aller.
Right.
Because that kid should not be playing like that with the talent that he has. That dude has Josh Allen arm talent, and that's rare. That is very rare. But I don't know, man. I just think the Giants are going to be a lot better than what people give them credit for. Hell, shit, it ain't going to be too hard. They only got them winning 3 to 4 games this year.
Right.
Yeah. Lowered expectations.
And I'll be honest with you. If the Giants draft Carson Beck, that's what these fans deserve. That's exactly what you deserve. You wanted Daniel Jones gone so bad, you got the real Dave Brown coming in. Man.
I lived through Dave Brown, and even worse, he's from my high school's he's my high school arch rival. Oh Lord, I had to deal with him in high school too. So, oh Lord, yeah, Westfield. Oh my goodness.
You get Carson Beck on here, you're gonna really see what you're talking. All that stuff that you was talking about Daniel Jones was doing, you really gonna see it.
Anthony Manzano, I don't know where it comes from. I can't comment on it, and you'd have to find somebody else who's an Alabama fan who cares about Alabama who can answer that for you. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't give 2 shits about Alabama.
And then they want that Alabama quarterback too, Milroe. You're not going to see the passing that you want, but he'll run the ball for sure. And I mean, you'll see Tyrod Taylor on drugs. That's basically what that is. How far that goes, I don't know. But the quarterback prospects I told people about Anthony Richardson. You're a hater. You're a hater. I told people about Malik Willis. You're a hater. I told people about Desmond Ritter, Kenny Pickett. I told people all about all them dudes. You're a hater. You just love Daniel Jones. You keep wishing. And I promise you, if you get your wish, the New York Giants select Carson Beck, number 1 overall.
Hey, Pat, ask them, man. Well, they want Malik Willis now. They want to make a trade for Malik Willis.
There's still people saying that you trade for Malik Willis because he made 1 pass in preseason.
What they said the Giants should offer like a 2nd-round pick or something. He got some
outland. I'm giving up a 3rd-round pick for Malik Willis. Are you on crack?
These conversations are being had.
Malik Willis is he's worth a 7th-round pick right now.
I think you know what? I think I'm gonna go, and try to find out where you can sign up, for tryouts or whatever, and I'm just gonna go try out for the Giants quarterback position, and then see if I can get a following.
Oh man,
Because I'm just gonna be a Daniel Jones. I'm just gonna bash Daniel Jones, and it was be like I'm better than him. Look at this pass, and I'll just I'll just rig some YouTube video up, like I'm passing. look at the pass NYG22 made.
I can play quarterback.
Better than Daniel Jones.
Hey,
Let's
and
go
for
out
real,
there and throw.
and for real, little bulldozer, that's what they were saying. They were saying I was going against my own people. And I said Malik Willis is not it. That's what was said by content creators.
Let's not go there with that. Please not.
I know. That's what was said.
Malik Willis is going to start the third game for the Titans on Saturday or Sunday, so you'll get to see Malik Willis.
Look, I can play quarterback, man. Just give me the wishbone offense, and we'll run option all day long. That's it. That's it. A 350-pound quarterback who's on with a walker who's going to run option all day long.
That's it.
Yeah, and it's not just Malik Willis. It's you had all these other guys too, man. Like you said, Kenny Pickett and and all these other guys. So I mean, a lot of people want to just make it about.
They saying Tommy DeVito's better than the man.
Right.
Exactly, Lou. So it's just
I
it's
remember
just
when they were
whoever.
talking about let Glennon play.
Hey, y'all remember what me and Joe said? Hey, look, if you start Jake Fromm, his career will be over. I don't know if y'all remember that, but me and Joe said that. And as soon as they started Jake Fromm, his career was over after those games. You ain't seen him since. We told you if you start that dude, it was over. Put in Jake Fromm. He's better than Daniel Jones. Can't be worse than Daniel Jones. Okay. What's going on, Miz?
I'm good. What's up, guys?
Nobody beats the Miz. Nobody beats the Miz.
Right.
When they said that, I made a video immediately saying anybody who thinks that Drew Lock got signed to take DJ's job is smoking some rocks.
That's just what they want. It fits their agenda.
I don't see how they could have wanted that. Even if DJ is everything that they say he is, Drew Lock still couldn't hold a candle to that man.
I've been wasting my breath the last 3 days in that space, and I'm the only one. And a lot of them being respectful to me. They've been giving me respect. Like they've been privately messaging me that I respect that you come in there and you keep battling for Jones and all that.
If they say anything about you, it's over.
Argues about doesn't make any sense, bro. Some of it don't make no sense. Like I had the guy tell me that Joe Shane should be fired right now because we're worse than we were the day he walked in. And I'm like, are you saying this seriously or are you being sarcastic? Because you got to be on crack to say that.
Mm-hmm.
How could you say that we don't have more talent now than the day Dable and Shane walked in and took over that Joe Judge disaster?
We're worse, but we made the playoffs the first year they came in, but we're still worse off.
That's what I said, Pat. I said the guys had 2 seasons here to evaluate him. That's not enough. And one of those seasons, you won a playoff game, bro. The other season, the Giants won 6 games. Dable managed to win 6 games with a shattered, broken team.
That's a fact. Everybody was hurt last year. Pandemonium, thank you for the $2 super chat. He said, shit, Pat, McShay said Locke was better than DJ. And McShay is awfully wrong. He's more wrong than Mel Kiper half the time. Bloom, Steven, he said deception. What did you hear about Nubin? I missed that today. Oh, well, Nubin's going to be the starter. He's taking that job from Dane Belton. That's a fact.
Nubin is nasty.
I thought they said that was Dane Belton's job to lose, so I guess he did lose.
He lost it.
But you know something, Pat? There's no reason that we can't go find a corner here. We clearly need a corner.
Yeah.
And that's all, man. It's not a big thing. It's not, just get a corner because you spend good money on his defense. So why have that ruin it?
like I said, I think they're gonna wait till next week, man, when they do the cut downs, and then see what.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. You're gonna wait for cut downs. Who are you getting for cut downs? You're gonna get someone else's Flott and McLeod?
No. Sometimes you get salary reasons and stuff like that, man.
I don't think any decent cornerback is gonna get cut.
No, not at this time of the year. So look, there's a guy out there, right? Maybe you heard of him. His name's Adoree Jackson. Pick the phone up.
Tell him again, Miz.
Yeah, because it makes sense. He's been here. He knows the organization, bro. Come on.
And nobody's beating down his door to sign him, so he'll take a vet minimum deal.
Of course.
Right. I've been saying that for 3 weeks. The closer we get to the season, he's still out there. You're gonna get him for a nice cheap check.
We need something. I'd rather have Adoree out there than those two. At least Adoree played well in some games.
Yeah. Then Pat, you have time. You have the whole season to develop the young kids, but at least you got a reliable guy who's been in the league.
Gilmore went to the Vikings because they guaranteed him $7 million.
Yeah, and I promise you could get Adoree for much cheaper than that.
Yeah, yeah. You get Adoree for what, $2 million maybe?
Right, yeah.
And that's being nice.
And do your homework, invest. Man, I don't give a shit about personal problems. Yo, look into Xavier Howard. I don't care.
Yeah, Xavier Howard's nice when he's playing. He's nice.
We're a little bit desperate right now, so.
He said, "Mister, we in desperation mode."
Yo, but we are, bro, because man, it's only practice. I get it, bro, but the league is watching the film.
Mm-hmm.
So the Vikings are going to eat up on that side, okay? And then Washington's going to do the same thing. They're going to attack it, man. And what if it is a major problem? Then it's a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. But I don't know if they're waiting till the regular season. Well, it's just either you're going to sign Xavier Howard or Ahkello Witherspoon or try to make a trade. That's it. Or sign Adoree, like you said. And Adoree knows the team. He knows everybody. He's been with the Titans when Bone was there. So that does make the most sense, to be honest with you. But I don't know, man.
I mean, is that certain is like a wish, right? It's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, that's a huge wish. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But
nobody wants to listen to me. I made a video about that today. I said, go get this man. Stop playing.
I saw it.
Bring that man over here, man. Where Coach go? Oh, shit. Where NYG go?
I don't know. His computer probably went out.
Coach has been here. What are you talking about?
I meant NYG.
Probably going to end this in a little bit. It's almost 11 o'clock here, so it's almost midnight where you guys are at. Any last things y'all want to say on the Giants? What are your likes and dislikes, and how do you feel about those likes and dislikes going into the season?
Dislikes, secondary group looking real thin. Likes, defensive front, offensive line, wide receiver group. Concerns, cornerback number 2 and another linebacker. I still feel like we need another linebacker.
Yeah. Everything you just said, man.
That's a fact. Everything you just said is a fact.
Oh, and the likes, yeah, all our coaches, man. We got some good coaches. If you look around, Henderson, Patterson, Bowen, we got some good guys, man. We just got to get the guys
feed them the talent so they can coach those players into being
Brasillo,
good players.
I forgot Brasillo.
Right.
So, I mean,
my like, Pat, is that the
Go ahead.
Giants has some young talent. And it's a fresh new season, and everybody is 0-0. My dislike, this fan base has become a piece of shit. It has, man. It's become this fan base, and I don't want to get political, so I'm not gonna. Reminds me of what the country's become: split and nasty.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
sickening,
a fact.
man. It's sickening. Everything is negative, and fucking the grass wasn't cut today, so that's Daniel Jones's fault.
But that's why we are who we are. Because the Big Blue Crew Sports Network, we are the most inclusive sports media place on any social media platform. We got Middle Eastern people, Latino people, black people, white people, Native Americans. We've got old people, young people, fat people, skinny people. We've got ladies, we've got guys. We've got everything. There's nothing here, no discrimination, no racism, no none of that. We talk sports here. And it doesn't matter what color you are as long as your heart shows that you're a warrior and you're trying to get that W. That's it.
Yep, that is it. But I'd like to thank everybody that tuned in tonight, man, especially everybody that subbed up to the Big Blue Crew Sports Network. Over 100 subscribers in the first 2 days, man. That's amazing. We appreciate you guys showing the love to the Big Blue Crew. We're bringing you a network. We're just getting started, and it's amazing in the beginning. So imagine what we're gonna do later on, especially during the NFL season, man. We got you. During basketball season, we got you. Baseball season, we got you. I don't give a damn if I had to get on there and call a couple of Yankees games. I'll do it. It makes it exciting as a mother. But Pandemonium with a $5 super chat before we get out of here. He says, man, we should go grab Isaiah Yadam. How trash our cornerback 2 is. Hey, Yadam will be better than what we got right now. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. He said pickleball. Hell, if we got called pickleball, we'll do that too. But we got boxing, we got UFC. Man, we got everything you need over here, man. We the plug for your sports needs.
Yes, sir.
Got WNBA on Saturday that I'm covering.
Yes, we get
Minnesota, and Vegas. The rematch.
And yes, Coach will be calling that match. You said that's Friday, right?
Saturday. Oh, is it? It's Friday. Wait a minute.
Friday. I think you said
Friday.
Right?
Friday
so
night.
Coach will be calling a WNBA game Friday. Support the ladies out there doing their thing on the basketball court. I will be there calling the game with them. Go ahead and give me some basketball action back in there. As you know, I used to call semi-pro basketball for the Shreveport Mavericks here. Unfortunately, they folded, but
So I'll be there too, bro.
so be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys for joining tonight. D-Dan Shelton came in last second, but he's here. He says, thank you, Pat, for doing the Stephen A. Smith take. ESPN is toxic. Yes, it is. And it's ridiculous how toxic they are over there.
Again, Acho is the one who needs to be fined for that ugly ass haircut he brings before us on that damn show every day, talking about our damn quarterback. Get your barber right, sir.
Yo, it's crazy. Crazy because Acho used to defend Daniel Jones. Now he's flip-flopping on him.
Because it's the popular thing to do.
Don't make no money if he don't toe the line with their narrative.
Yeah.
Right.
But appreciate you guys. Thank you all you guys for watching. And until the next episode,
Okay, I don't want to hear no caca.
we all thought that Taj was the Ninja Vanisher. NYG's the Ninja Vanisher.
Ninja vanish.
But
Yeah, man. My internet tweaking, bro.
we're gonna get out of here. Check out
You
the
said
Big
she
Blue
twerking?
Crew.
She twerking?
No, I didn't say anything about choking.
I know you said your computer's tweaking. I know.
We're gonna talk about twerking and butterscotch cookies and everything, man. What's going on?
Yeah,
But check out the new Big Blue Crew Sports Network outro. And until the next episode, you know what it is, man. Peace.
Peace.
Right. I gotta get me some of them cookies, man. This has been a Big Blue Crew Sports Network production.